Hi. Control of position, what it is, how to spot it. So the people driving the Great Reset are actually pretty smart people. They are strategists. And they think that if there's an opposition to what they are doing, it's actually more strategic to create this opposition. Basically, so that you think that there's actually people against them, but unfortunately, these people are actually teaming up with them. The strategy is actually really, really smart because most people don't see it. But because we've been looking at this for some time on Peopleizer, we are able to identify attributes, properties of this control opposition so that when you see someone that is opposed to the Great Reset, you can actually look at those attributes and properties and find out if this person is likely to actually belong to the Great Reset or not. So what are those properties? First things first, the person is usually one person. The opposition is centralized around one person. Elon Musk, Philippot in France. Examples, right? And it's not a group of persons. It's just one single person. So basically, the hope goes into the hopes of millions of people go into one person. The opposition is centralized. And this is already kind of a bad indicator. Let's go further, because there's more than that. This person will usually talk about the problem, but not about the solution. So most of the time is spent talking about and complaining about the problem, but not suggesting you any solution. And don't you think that it's weird, right? If there's a problem, and such a problem as population control and population reduction, and there's an opposition, but this opposition doesn't talk to you about specific action you can do, then it doesn't make sense to me, right? Especially if over the course of 6 months, 12 months, 18, 2 years, there's actually not much solution emerging, but the Great Reset continue to progress. And this is one of the key things, is these people keep talking, keep entertaining you, but the Great Reset is progressing in the meantime. Another property is that the audience is actually pretty large. These people are able to regroup 100,000, if not millions of people around them. It could be a fact, it could be okay, right? But if you combine this with other variable, other attribute, then it's you can start to have doubts about the intent. Another property is that these people are actually very, very entertaining. Elon Musk is one good example. Look how much of an entertainer this guy here. J.P. Sears, for instance, also on YouTube, right? Extremely entertaining. It's theater, basically. So you can actually spend hours, if not days, watching their content. It's basically like a show, like a Netflix show, like a constant movie. And in the meantime, the Great Reset is still progressing, and you're being fooled into thinking that things will get better. Because they tell you so. Because they talk about the problem, but they don't talk about the solution. And people like to hear about negative stuff, I believe, right? Another attribute is money. These people are actually making money from it. Partially it comes from the large audience. As you have a large audience, you can monetize it, you can do advertising or other strategies of revenues, right? So they're actually making money out of this activity, right? It's not like us on Peopleizer where we don't seek money at all from that. We seek to empower you, and you can make money from your empowerment. But the key point is changing the trajectory. it's not making money. If these people are actually making money from it, and you can actually find out because it's you have trace of that. You see the audience size. You look at the advertising model that you can plug to it, and you can roughly estimate how much money they're making every month, right, in terms of audience, right? So those are attributes of people who belong to the control opposition. If you go on Peopleizer, you can find an exhaustive list of attributes as well as example of people belonging to the control opposition. We think it's very important for you to be aware of that, right? It's basically people telling you, yeah, we are on your side, we are against the Great Reset, but in your back, unfortunately, they are actually enforcers, clowns of the Great Reset, letting you think that there is hope, that there's a chance that we derail the Great Reset, but actually the chance is very low if you are being fooled by the control opposition. You will, if you realize it, you spend a lot of time looking at them, hearing what they say, sharing it with your friends maybe, but at the end of the day, the Great Reset is still progressing, and it's obvious. You've got more regulation, you've got more tax, the inflation goes higher, the destruction of the economy and the system is progressing. Do not forget that the Great Reset is a destruction of the system to build and implement a new system. That's it. I hope it is useful. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any comments or message. Cheers, bye.